Hey man, just like that, we back at it with another episode. Welcome to the Businessman Podcast. This is episode 14. Man, we back, man.
Man, right, just like that, we right back at y'all, man. Y'all
Right
know, man.
back.
Like we never left, you know what I'm saying? It's been a crazy week, you know what I'm saying? But here nor there.
Crazy.
Man,
We made
man,
it through.
Man. We made it through. We here another
Absolutely.
week, man. You know what I'm saying? Bus Move still here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling y'all that, man. You know what
Welcome
I'm saying?
back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
You know, like I say, today we speaking of self-gratification.
Self-gratification.
You know what? I think it is true too. What it says in the Bible. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
Wow.
And
Okay.
this week
Ah,
has been one of those weeks where you just it was a battle.
you feel
You know
like
what I
you're the
will
only
say?
strong soldier there is.
Nah.
You know what I will say? And I mean, only by the grace of Allah, I make it through some things that I make it through. You feel what I'm saying? And I always say, some things I've been through, a lot of you dudes will fold. Y'all will fold 10 times over. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
You dudes couldn't even fathom the things that I've been through in my life in my 40 plus years. You know what I'm saying? And that's why today, as we all agreed upon, self-gratification, doing things to please yourself, was a great topic. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do things to please yourself with self-gratification, nothing else matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it reaches one person or 100 million people, if you do it for yourself, nothing else matters. You know what I'm saying? Because you did it to please yourself. Now, wherever it goes after that, after you please yourself,
No freaky.
no freaky. Pause. You know what I'm saying? After you no freaky. After you please yourself, after you go for self-gratification and you feel that the self, the mind, the body, the spirit, the soul is gratified on what you did, nothing else matters. Huh? But it's just sad though, now in today's society, when pleasing yourself with self-gratification and any obstacle or any I said obstacles, but any gossip or slander or backlash or, you know what I'm saying, you know, statements, usually it happens when you're doing self-gratification in the public eye.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You're doing it on social media. You're doing it like, you know, because see what happens is a lot of people don't understand this right here as well. You got dudes, man, that will publicly, they will try to publicly embarrass you and publicly humiliate you and privately praise you and privately say, damn, I thought that was it.
Yep.
That ain't it. Damn, I thought I had him.
So let me ask you, what is one of the things that would no freaky please you when you're going for things? I mean, when you're going through things.
Sitting down, dissecting it, sitting down, going over things, because you know what I'm saying? Only thing you can't get back is time.
Hey, that's the most valuable resource.
I've been saying that for
Period.
years.
Only thing you can't get back is time. So, you know, but what you can do is you can reflect over a period of time. So once you start reflecting over a period of time and things like that, you know, what pleases me and give me some gratification is really sitting down, dissecting things, sitting down, understanding things. Because I've learned over the years, especially since I've been a part of this social media platform, that people don't understand things. People just see things, hear things, and run with things. They don't understand things.
They won't do any type of
Due
background
diligence.
check. They won't do their due diligence. They won't look into it. They won't read about it. They won't do anything. Whatever you put in front of someone in this generation, and I'm a victim of it. You know, if you watching reality TV shows or whatever the case, everybody's a victim of it to some extent.
Right.
Nobody will just do no type of work. They want to just give in. Like they just want you to just. If I say, I hate using this. She's a wild lover. Bop, bop, bop. Y'all gonna believe me.
Yeah.
If I say it, next door, you won't even try to do nothing. You'll just believe it depending on my tone and the way I direct that conversation. And it's crazy that one person or can change the narrative of something.
You know what I will say? I ain't trying to cut you off, Sites. So let's back up to she's a wild lover, bop, bop, bop.
Mm-hmm.
If she's a wild lover, bop, 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 man, you know, I know 20 dudes that just hit her.
Good gracious.
And they hit her all in this time frame. They hit her between this date and this date. And then she be like, well, I ain't worried about that because I know them dudes ain't hit me. It didn't go that way, so he tripping. But now everybody around town like, man, dog, you know, they was spanking that Joe. They was just clapping that Joe. So now she like, oh, well, wait a minute. Because she knows she can rectify. So what she do? She shows between this date and that date, she was in Aruba. She was in Canada.
Yeah.
She was in Buffalo.
Yeah.
She was in Mexico.
It's just certain people.
With my mama. You feel what I'm saying? So now, you feel what I'm saying? I don't see 20 dudes clapping that while she was in Mexico with her mama.
Yeah.
So now the person becomes who made that statement becomes their credibility is shot. They become uncredible.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
No, that's how it does be. It's just that once again, some people today in society, they're gonna privately praise things and not publicly do it. Because the whole time people are sore losers. So that's how it is.
I'm a sore loser.
I I try not to be. Because you know what? If I was a sore loser, I would have reacted to a lot of things over the last 4 months way differently. If I was a sore loser, I would have overreacted over the last 4 months to a lot of things. But you know what though? The overreaction is the easy part. Like Bust a Move known for that side.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better on this side.
Okay.
Because you know what, the crowd has kept her become contrary to popular belief. It is chess, it's not checkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Bust a Move playing chess and never checkers. So checkmate. So checkmate. You know what I'm saying?
No, I like
because
that.
at the end, I'm playing chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
See, they want me to play chess. They want me to get the black and red and just go jump. Because when you jump, here comes the penitentiary.
Yeah.
Here comes sitting down. Mm-hmm. Here comes who wants to fight a case for a whole year because you went jump. Because you was playing checkers. But when you're playing chess, that's when the strategy comes into play.
Strategic. You got to be
It's
strategic.
very strategic.
Yeah,
when you're playing chess, here comes where now it's like, you know what? All right, that was bogus, but I can prove that was bogus.
Straight up.
I can show you how bogus that was. So now, hear me out. The bishop, move here. The knight, move there. The pawn, move there. Slide the queen over. Here comes the king. You feel what I'm saying?
That is how it goes, though. That is how it goes.
That's just how it goes.
And you to take it back a little bit further.
Okay.
When you were like, what did you say? Time. You said
time. You cannot get time.
It's the most valuable resource.
But you want to know what's crazy? I always said this, and the more that I say it, people are now understanding. Time run the world. Money don't run the world. People don't run the world. The government don't run the world. No, nothing but time. It took time for us to get here. It's taking time for us to have this conversation. It's taking time for me to drink that water. It's taking time for you to look at me. It's taking time runs the world. It takes time for everything. And the moment that I actually got a little older, I started to see if I take my time with things, I won't overreact. I won't get my feelings hurt I won't be in my feelings about certain things.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's just how it goes.
Rushing leads to disappointments.
Repeat that.
Rushing leads to disappointment.
Okay, I thought you said pressure, but you said rushing.
No, rushing.
Rushing leads to disappointment. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great statement.
That is.
That's a great statement. Rushing leads to disappointment. And like I say, your man Bust a Move, yes, I stutter. Ron and Skeet Kid stutter. Shout out to my little brother, Lord Stunner.
Shout out to Stunner.
Shout out Lord Stunner.
Shout out to my man out here, letting it be known, pressing whatever. Straight like that.
Hey, shout out Stunner, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Stunner.
Ron and Skeet Kids, we don't play about each other.
Nah.
Me and my siblings, we don't play about each other. Yeah.
And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. You know, we could get in an argument today, but that's my brother. That's my sister. Yeah. You know, you can't do what I do. Don't even try.
Don't even try. Don't even try. And you know what I will say too, though? And I say this right here, and I say it with the utmost respect and respectfully. A lot of things that happen in this world behind people who don't do their due diligence is sent to them.
Okay.
You hear me?
Like that.
Yeah. Say it again.
Let me say it again. A lot of things that happen in this world to people who don't do their due diligence is sent to them.
Yes.
So much as we want to fault the person that it was sent to, you got to fault the people that send it to them. Because I've also been in that predicament where I've had things sent to me
Got you.
to further to further on a hatred for someone,
Okay.
to further
Okay.
on
Okay.
a dislike for someone,
Okay.
to exploit my platform.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
But because I'm a thinking man and I am the business man and I stand on business, you know what I'm saying? Everything that's sent to me don't have to be put out there unless I can prove it.
Okay.
Got you.
I like that. I like that. That makes a lot of sense.
And then, because one thing about me, I'm not a sore loser, but I hate to lose. Catch that. I'm not, pause, don't catch it. Let it fly past you. Double back and listen what I'm saying. I'm not a sore loser.
What's that D block in us?
That's that D block. Shout out to D
Yeah,
block.
shout out
man.
to
I was
D block,
playing
man.
games, right?
Oh.
But listen, man, you gotta be careful around here.
Yeah, man.
But listen, I'm not a sore loser, but I hate to lose.
Got you.
And I have taken some L's. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I fought back because I know for a fact I stand on 10.
Straight up.
And I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Anything I do, I'm a man of integrity and dignity, and I'm a man of morals and principles. So it ain't nothing I won't do to one of you dudes that I wouldn't do to myself.
I like that.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Got you.
If you think I go run out here and go do this on you, I go do it on myself.
So that's how you know that he will do it on you.
That's how you know I go do it on you, because I do it to myself.
Nah.
Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Where we at today in society, the world is so ran by just the nanobytes and the gigabytes. It's ran by, you know what I'm saying? It's ran by frequency of waves. It's ran by internet. It's ran by television. It's ran by, it's ran by people streaming. Like, these things is what it's ran by. We had a dynamite event in Martinis, man, this weekend, man, where we did URL. Shout out to my man Smack. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Smack.
My man Smack, man. Damn, you crank that, Joe. Shout out to my man Smack, son. Shout out to my man Smack, man. Shout out to the whole URL family. Shout out to the whole URL team, man. Fire. Great battles. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's going up. And like I say, that's how you show people where you at.
Yeah. Yeah.
By getting back to the business. The new hashtag is back to business.
Back to business.
Back to business.
Back to business.
And that's what we got right back to last week. We got right back to business.
Right back to business.
It took some time off. Like we never left. And please forgive us for taking the time off.
You know what, though? But quiet as kept, please forgive us, but also keep in mind this right here. We took it up. Look at the quality.
Yeah.
Man, I got so many text messages, man. I got so many DMs, man. Man, y'all got something special with that podcast. Shout out to all the homies, man. I don't want to, because a lot of these, some people don't want to be put out there on our platform.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got a lot of good text messages, man, that people were saying, man, hey, y'all doing that thing.
Hey.
Man, shout out to all the people.
Shout out to all the
It
people.
was so many women that had called and texted and said, I love y'all podcast. And I'm like, we love y'all back. You know,
Man, hell yeah, we love
we
y'all.
love y'all back.
We easy on the eyes, baby.
Easy on the eyes.
Easy on the eyes, baby.
It's so much chemistry. Can I come on and talk? You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever
That's the
you
great one, y'all. Y'all see that? You saw you.
Hey,
want. Do whatever you want, man.
You know what I'm saying?
But
The
it is-
great one.
It's the chemistry. That's the first thing I always hear when speaking about the podcast. The chemistry y'all have. It look like y'all be having fun, and it's so real. And it is. Like, if y'all knew how we come in, nothing is scripted.
Nothing. We come in the joint like 3 chickens with our head cut off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We be saying like, what are we doing? What is going on?
What y'all
But
want to talk about?
What are we going to talk about? But I say this right here, but when you're dealing with 3 educated
Yep.
black men who understand life be lifing, who understand
man.
the world going to rotate,
Yes,
who
man.
understands every 3 years a new trend going to come and go.
That is.
So when you got 3 men of mind, body, and soul who got consciousness, 3 men who has, I always go back to morals and principles, because that's what's going on. I think I did a video, you know what I'm saying? Because I try to bust a move myself. I try to often, keep our page generated, because this right here, this is the base and the core of our page. The bust a move, the businessman page is based on the Businessman podcast. Yeah. It's based on what we're doing. But keep in mind, we want y'all to know, we want to, you might get a short from Sites here and there. You might get some what's going on with Benny. Benny behind the scenes like Kareem Biggs. Benny behind the scenes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, right?
Together,
I'm gonna call. I always call Sites the great one. Sites would be Jay-Z. I'm gonna be Dame Dash. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole time, like I say, Sites lets me do a lot of talking. He lets me, lead the way. But like I say, Sice is the great one. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
I'm the engineer that make everybody sound good.
Man,
Yes,
that's Kareem Biggs, man. That's the guy that without him, he's the glue.
You know what
he's
we
the
need
glue.
to go back to doing too? Young lady, fine young lady. She was like, go back to doing words of the day when y'all do y'all podcast.
I like
And
that. So that's what we're going to start implicating.
Yeah.
Every podcast that we're going to start doing the word of the day, every podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like that.
Yeah, I did.
I like
She said, she was like, your older cousin had said that y'all were going to do that, and then y'all did it twice. But she said, don't, get away from that, because that's what somebody my age, I think she was like 37. She was like, it's certain words. There's so many words in the word. I can't know every word.
And like I say, and I'm very often I just scan the dictionary just for words. I just love it, man. Because each one reach one, each one teach one. And like I say, one thing I love about here is so much camaraderie with us three brothers, man. It's so much compassion. It's so much. It's also so much. What's the word I want you for the proper terminology? It's so much. It's no big eyes, no little U's.
And one thing he taught me too. We don't get into it. He told us, what was that show? You was like, I won't get into it with a man.
I say it all the time.
He always say that.
Yeah, listen, I never get into it with a real man because me and a real man can discuss things. I had a discussion with a gentleman today on the phone. We were discussing a situation that I was going through, and we don't know each other. He actually inboxed me on May the 28th about the event, and we haven't got to discussing about the situation. And me and Sam had a great discussion, and we just came to a common ground and a common denominator in our discussion. Because I don't get into it with a man, because a man can discuss things. I don't ever have to interact in a physical or violent way with a man, because if you a man, son, we can discuss it like man. But it's suckers. It be these suckers that get in the way. It be these, man. It be these suckers that make you have to react in an irrational way that leads to irrational decisions that lead to bust a move. With all
consequences.
Yes.
A man with no moral or no principles is who you would get into it with if you have morals and principles. Like you said, you was in the store, last week, little young and say, I want to holler at you. And it was judging the book by its cover, he said he doesn't do because him and little shorty had a nice conversation. And that's how it should be.
But let's back it up one time there. I was on the phone, and he said, I know you on the phone, son. My apologies. I just want to,
Oh, yeah.
That's how you can see, it's like, other day that's a man, son.
That's a man.
Then you know what I'm saying? We was doing the battle rap, and the dudes cut through. A couple of us dudes talk. Excuse me, fellas, I don't mean to cut through y'all. Like that's man time.
Yeah.
Like dudes got to understand what man time is, and we're gonna do a podcast on that. What is man time? Because man time ain't just violence.
No,
man time ain't just.
It's respect.
It's respect for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because see, if you respect yourself, listen. If you respect yourself, you will respect others.
Yeah, treat people how you want to be treated. Absolutely. The first rule, like in elementary, it's the first rule.
If you respect yourself, you will respect others.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that's where it trickles down. It's a trickle down effect. Like if I respect myself, when I sneeze, excuse me, or cover my nose, or cover my mouth, or when I'm doing something, or when I say to somebody, pardon me. If you respect yourself, you will respect others.
Yes, it's that easy.
It's hand in hand.
Literally that easy.
And like math is Islam, and Islam is math. The world, how you said time. You got 12 hours in a day. I mean, excuse me, 24. You got 12 to 12. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me?
It feel like you got 12.
It feel like you got 12. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But I say this right here. It's like, you got 365 days a year. Usually 30 days in a month. 24 hours in a day. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. You got 60 seconds in a minute.
And it goes so quick.
Just like that. Boom, 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 boom. It's moving, it's grooving. So quick.
I was reading this little thing on Instagram. A guy, he was like, I think he said 5 or 6 minutes might have changed his whole life because he didn't think. It was something like that. He got, I guess he killed somebody. He's in prison, but he was like, 5 minutes changed his life forever because he didn't think.
You know what's so crazy? I hope he didn't blame no one but himself.
Because
that's what's going on. It's a lot of deflecting that's going on in this world when guys make bad decisions. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like at the end of the day, we are living in a world, man, where people want to see other people fail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's sad, but
it's treacherous.
It is.
It's treacherous.
It's sad, but that's what happens.
Bro, what's up, bro?
Hey, we take real calls in here, y'all.
Yeah, what's going on today? What's going on? We doing the podcast right now. I'm just talking about you, y'all. I was calling you. It's going on. It's going to start probably about like 1 o'clock.
We take real calls.
I don't want to see you, and I love you,
See?
All right. That's my little brother right there.
Oh, for real?
That's a little stunner, And as as y'all see, man, this is a real moment. We try not to cut these things out. We try to, like I say, this is what we do right here. We take our time out to do this, not only for us, but for y'all as well. And it's real moments. When this phone ring and I can answer that phone, I'm going to answer that phone. I want y'all to see the genuine love that you got to have for your people, for your brothers. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, man. But, yeah, man.
You know who else I respect, too?
Who that?
The people, like, certain people who are having a bad day. Say you walk, like you said, somebody walked through y'all. He said, excuse me. I like the people who going through something and I have respect for everybody, but that walk through and don't say nothing, then they come back and they hit them. They like, my apologies. I'm going through something. They state the issue because they don't want an issue. They're just going through something.
That's morals.
They have morals.
Morals and principles.
But I was going to ask y'all both because y'all say, don't let the, people get you up here or don't let them damage your mental. When is enough though? When can you say I've had enough? Now I'm about to go off.
Benny, you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let me say it right here. Your enough can't be the next man's enough.
Okay.
Okay? That's first and foremost.
Okay.
You get me?
Okay.
Because if it's enough, you got to make the proper decisions and the proper moves to shut it down. Yeah. And you feel me? So your enough can't be the next man enough. Because what's enough for you they got different patience levels, they got different, like the things I done went through in the DMV area for the last 4 months, people would have folded by now.
Man.
That ain't in me though. That ain't in me to fold. That ain't in me to run. Yeah. That ain't in me to hide. I don't have no skeletons in my closet. That ain't you know what I'm saying? Great statement, but not even that. I'm a person of self-gratification.
Okay. Self-gratification.
I'm a person of self-gratification. I'm going to please myself. No freaky. I'm going to please myself. I'm going to make sure at the end of the day, anything I'm doing or have done is because it needs to go up here first, then go to here next, and then it can come here then.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so I can stand on it.
That's how you think before you speak.
Exactly. And a lot of people don't do that.
Nah.
A lot of people just react, and that's what I'm learning. Impulsive. And you know what? I say this to people all the time. If you make an impulsive decision, stand on it.
See, my problem is I think that we're all grown, we're all old enough to know what's right and what's wrong. So sometimes when people do things and I snap, it's like, I can't believe you just did that though, or you just said that. So what do you expect me to do? Because I can't always have my thinking cap on. Not all the time. I mean, all the time I do, but I can't react the way that you think that I should react after you just did something that was so stupid. Like those are the only situations I get in with people. Like they say something, all right, they say, bro, shut your woo. Now I don't have a cap. Now I'm talking about your mother. Nah, it's because who are you to tell me how, Benny, nah, for real. Who are you to tell me how I can react?
And listen, and that's why I love our podcast, because I don't agree with you on that site.
I know he don't.
He knows, and I often say this to him.
He always say that.
But I don't agree with you on that, but here nor there, but that's his opinion. And like a right like a, excuse me, y'all know me, like a right and a left kneecap, we all got one. Yeah. For the most part.
For the most part.
For the heartbeat.
Yeah.
For the heartbeat. Because, you know.
Oh, yeah, we said that last time.
The nub, you might got that nub one time. But I'm not mad. And you can say, but we can make it happen. Mm-hmm. But just like a heartbeat, we all got one. Mm-hmm. And like I say, and to our audience and to our supporters, I don't agree with Sice on that, y'all.
He doesn't. He always says that.
I don't. But here nor there, if that's how little cuz feel, however he rocking, I'm rolling.
Hey, shout out to Sheldon. Shout out to Sheldon.
However he rocking, I'm rolling.
But how? Okay, if you say something to me, someone come in here and they say something to me vulgar, disrespectful, how am I supposed to cure? What would you say? Somebody, man, shut your bop up. What would you expect me to say?
Oh, nah, I mean, personally, you gonna check him.
Yeah.
You gonna check him.
I'm talking about your grandmother.
And then however you do it, I got to be like, well, you open the door for this. And you know what, though? But quiet is kept up. I'm gonna say this right here.
It's not right, though, y'all.
But hear me out. And now I'm going to self-reflect on myself right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring it back here because a lot that I have went through in the last 4 months, I opened the door for it.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta, okay.
You see that?
Okay, yeah.
A lot that I went through in the last 4 months, I opened the door for. And even though by the grace of Allah, I've been able to rectify certain statements and things that's been brought against my character and my name, and I've been able to debunk, which the word of the day would be debunk. Debunk.
No. I got one.
We're going to have one too. I'm saying, because I've been
words a day.
some people don't know what debunk means. Debunk means to put something to rest, to basically say this is a lie, this is not true, this has no substance to it. So you know what I'm saying? Even though I've been able to debunk a lot of things that's been said, I opened the door for it. And because I opened the door for it, clearly my enough ain't the next man enough.
This is what we can do. He got his word of the day. You got yours. I got mine.
I like that.
Yeah, everybody. So now y'all get 3 words or 4 words, whatever. Everybody just throw it
expand
out.
your consciousness.
Each one reach one, each one teach one.
Each one reach one, each one teach one. And
What's your word of the day, Benny?
Well, my word of the day goes with the question that you asked about what's enough.
yeah, what's enough?
And like you said, Buzz, everybody's patience level is different.
Okay.
Okay.
So where somebody may be a hothead and it takes somebody coming in the door wrong to piss them off, I'm the other type. It takes a lot more to piss me off.
Yeah.
Like, you got to do something like go at my daughter, go at wifey,
Okay.
go at something like that.
Okay.
Like, that's where excuse me, and that's what my patience level is, and I think that's in part to me having my daughter.
Okay.
That patience level changes when you had kids. So I was a hothead growing up. I used to have that dog in me.
I hear the older that you get.
Now my daughter's 13, about to be 14. I ain't had that dog in me since 2010.
Wow.
When my daughter was born. I got a little puppy in me now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's what you said is a good point. And it's very subjective, based on patience level, just experience level in dealing with certain shit.
Okay, so because I don't want to miss it. So what was the word that we were using?
My word,
Your word is what?
gratification.
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 I don't think that
I was going to double back.
I was hanging on at every word. Like, so what's the word? Where he go? I want to hear the word.
The word is gratification.
Gratification.
That goes with basically the basis of this conversation.
Right.
Gratification is the definition is it's a reward, the act of gratifying with the state of being gratifying, or a source of satisfaction or pleasure.
Okay. And you know what's so crazy? Because you say your daughter, man, and shout out to baby girl. You said your daughter, and like I say, as a father of young men and young boys, it's definitely a different atmosphere.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely different atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in Concise, you have a daughter.
Yes.
And it's so crazy. Benny and Concise has daughters, and I got all boys.
All
and then,
boys.
you know what I'm saying? You know, I got grown men. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I
think I posted my twin the other day. You know what I'm saying?
So enough.
Man, y'all look just alike.
Hey, I
Just
laugh
alike.
every time. I'm like, yo, this
That
is
took my
crazy.
whole face, didn't he? He took my whole face. Yeah.
Oh,
Chip
except
on
cuz
the
got
whole block.
hair.
He got hair.
That's it. But I mean, when I see you in here, I was
You know
like,
what, though?
damn, y'all look like twins.
Yeah, if I go back to my picture, I got a prison picture that I took. That often I be like, I gotta double check and make sure it ain't him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's
that's
crazy. It's crazy. It's
My
crazy.
word of the day probably would be bane of existence. Do not let anyone become the bane of your existence. And it's so easy to hate someone or let them become that because of the things they might do, say, put out in the algorithm. It's just not for real. They do
That's
it.
real though, yeah.
Don't let anyone become the bane of your existence. And if you're temperamental, or you're what people like to say, if you got a soft heart, just walk away.
And you know what I will say too though? Don't let no one. And so basically, you know what I'm saying. We had debunk. We had gratification. And we had don't let one become your bane of your existence.
Straight up.
And you know what though? Try not to become obsessed with people.
Yes.
Because you know what I would say? It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because when things are going on, you find yourself obsessing about this.
Yes.
It become an obsession.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Sure
And
enough.
it can go both ways.
Yep.
It can be with the person against you and you against the person.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. So pray. Stay prayed up. Stay focused.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what though? I have really saw, man, that I guess getting in tune with the social media world, it has turned my dog down a little bit.
Okay.
It turned my dog down
see how.
because I had that dog in me, and people who know me know, like, I have done worse things for less to people. You feel what I'm saying? But being in this social media world, it turned my dog down a little bit because you want to know why? This is the equivalent again being caught on camera. This is the equivalent of reacting to something when you've already been subjected to cameras and documents and things of that nature, and things have been documented. And you know what though? You react, and then next thing you try to tell yourself, well, you did this to me. No, you did that to yourself.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
And let me tell you, he said it turned his dog down a little bit.
Just a little bit. See that?
So
Benny said he got that puppy in him.
Man, I got that puppy in me, man.
I said I turned my dog down just a little bit.
That don't mean walk up.
When you see me, be respectful. When you record me, be respectful. Please. Don't let me catch you recording me. Do it when I don't see you.
Please.
I'm saying right now, I promise you, it turned my dog down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Valerio, my lawyer. It turned my dog down just a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
That's it.
That
That's
don't
all.
mean walk up on them and get to talking crazy.
Don't do that.
No.
Please don't do that.
Please don't.
Don't do that to me, y'all. But I say this right here. It's the Businessman Podcast, man. Y'all see what's going on, man. We are general YouTubers. You can see us doing anything, anywhere, any given time, all kind of discussions, all kind of topics. You know what I'm saying? If you have not hit the like button. For sure, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button. Get all the notifications, man. Please make yourself grab the self-gratification of getting these gems that we drop to you all the time.
And please comment, y'all. Please comment.
Please comment, subscribe, all that.
All that. Comment. Put a smiley face. Put a sad face. Put a heart. You know what I'm saying? Put the great one. Put Buster Move. Put Big Benny. Put Benny. You know, and you can follow my man Benny on social media at BENNNYYY__. Y'all see what's going on, man. So like I say, man, until the next time, it's the best time. You know, the Businessman Podcast, me, the great one. You know what I'm saying? The big fella, Big Benny, man. We are here to stay, man. We are out. Huh? Let's go. Why? Bust a move, walk out the door. I'm not playing. I'm about to hit the floor.
Now we got freestyle one day.
I was spitting that bar right there.
Hey, we gonna come in and do a freestyle.
No,
Hey, listen, man. Listen. Huh?
Hey,
I'm old. I'm a y'all. Right now? It's like a juggle sometimes to make me wonder how I keep them going under. It's like a juggle sometimes to make me wonder how I keep them going under.
hey, I like this joint. It's scary.
I like this right here, man. Beware, man. We ain't going nowhere. We here, baby.
All day.
Catch
10
y'all on
years
the
from
next
now,
one, man.
we'll still be on top.